Welcome back to the show. My next guest has been known by several different titles in his many years as a performer, among them the Godfather of Soul and the hardest working man in show business. I also held that title for a brief time. On stage, he consistently delivers what critics and fans agree is the most exciting show in rock and roll. You're going to have plenty of fun tonight. Welcome, please, the great James Brown. Very nice, very nice. You're, I mentioned you long put on the most exciting show in rock and roll, and you're now appearing in a different...
Soul, S-O-U-L.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I? Now, you wouldn't agree with that?
Rock and roll, I don't know.
Oh, should I change it to soul? Should it be soul? Well, you put on a great show.
Thank you, guys.
And now you're also working in a different kind of clubs, right?
Yeah, we work in rock clubs, and it's kind of different, but what's different about it is I got to work harder.
Really? Why is that?
Because those kids, they have never really got into James Brown, and today, thanks to the new wave kids, they like James Brown, and it's a new day for me.
So these are essentially new wave clubs, some of these you're working. And what happens there?
What happens?
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Yeah. Now, how is that different from the places that you've been working up till now?
Well, the first clubs are like, you know, super, but this pandemonium like crazy, man.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood. We just had a guy out here who had a dream to fly in a lawn chair and so forth. What was your early life like?
My early life was very hard. I had to pick up nickels and dimes to pay the rent, and had to dance for the soldiers. And my mother and father was very had almost no education.
And what part of the country were you born in? Georgia? Yeah.
Well, I was born in South Carolina, but I was raised in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. And at what age did you start touring the country, singing professionally?
At what age?
Yeah.
About 22.
Yeah. Yeah. I can remember when I was living in a small city in Indiana, seeing you come through in your bus, and it was James Brown and the Famous Flames.
That's right.
Yeah. And do you still work with that band or a version of that?
Well, the Flames was a singing group.
Mm-hmm.
The band is the JBs.
Yeah.
We got a couple of JBs joining your fellas.
That's
fantastic
right.
group. You
We're looking forward to this.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Now, let me see. We want to wait a second before we do it. We'll get to it. Don't you worry.
I got to answer my pants.
Tell me about the last place maybe some folks saw you was in the Blues Brothers movie.
The Blues Brothers,
yeah. What was that like for a musician to be in a film?
Well, as a minister, it was kind of what I was doing all along. I've been like preaching one way or another to humanity, you know, getting in on the issues I probably shouldn't have gotten in on, but I think that everybody should be counted sometime, and I did that. But working with the Blues Brothers was a fantastic experience. John Belushi, big round of applause for that. One fantastic person, Dan Aykroyd, John Landis, the whole group was fantastic.
Yeah. Now you're doing another film with Dan Aykroyd, is this correct?
Dr. Detroit.
Now what is the nature of this one?
Funk, good times, and all the good things that we need to have today.
All right. And let's get to some of that now. This would be.
I like you, David. You're out of sight.
Now, what are you going to do over here first, James?
Well, I think the first thing we'll do probably is a sex machine.
Oh my, good heavens! Why don't you go over there and do whatever you need to do it, and then we'll come back after your song and talk to you some more. James Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to get up and do my thing. Can I get up and do my thing? Let's count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up. When we say get up, what do we mean? When we say get up, what do we mean? Get on up. Get up. Get up. Get up and party. Get up and party. Get up and party. We want to see a party. Is that all right, fellas? Count it off. 1, 2, 3. Get up. Get up. Get on up. Stay on the scene. Sex machine. Get up.
Set machine up. Get up. Get on up. Stay on the scene. Set machine up. I want to go to the bridge. Can I go to the bridge? Can I go to the bridge? Can I do it like I did before? Can I go to the bridge? One more again.
We're going to pause for a commercial. We'll be right back with more James Brown.